right eye, on the right eyelid, that was dripping blood. I don't know if that was an issue. I didn't hear what they said. I just saw him wave the hands, but
maybe the guys in the corner just figured, look at, he's so far behind, he can't outbox this guy.
Yeah.
At this stage of his career.
He would have to knock him out, and maybe to avoid more damage, they wanted to stop him.
I'm sorry, I'm a little bit old school. I think you fight to the end.
I do too. It's Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Madison Square Garden, New York, USA, this fight comes to an end. The official time from the timekeeper ringside is 6 seconds into round number 10. Martinez unable to continue. The winner by TKO victory. And now, the new WBC middleweight champion of the world, Nicaragua, Puerto Rico, Miguel
Michael Buffer confirming what our eyes had witnessed for the previous 9 rounds. It was a masterclass, a controlled masterclass, and no doubt there'll be plenty out there saying, oh, I knew Martinez was shot. Well, nobody thought he was that shot, and I don't think anybody thought it would be really, essentially, Michael, even though you picked Miguel in 8 rounds, I don't think you thought it would be a walkover like that.
No, it was a complete shutout. I didn't expect that at all. I thought there'd be some really, really tough fight, rounds in there, but Cotto boxed beautifully. Like you said, it was a masterclass, and he did what he had to do.
So, Stevie, what came first in the first round? Martinez's legs going or being hit on the head with the left hook?
When he was hit before the first knockdown, he was hurt by a left hook, and that just didn't help anything. The legs were just gone, weren't they?
Yeah.
The injuries we spoke about before, he was carrying him into the ring, and he done well to stand up for that for 9 rounds, and even win a round in the third round.
Yeah, that sort of third and fourth.
Take nothing away from Martinez. He's had a fantastic 53-54 fight career. So
we said at the end of the third round, when he staged that sort of bit of a comeback to either take the round or share the round, I think we all agreed that win or lose, we'd never see him fight again. It was so obvious, so clear that there was no movement in his legs whatsoever. And we don't get the benefit of seeing him train. It's always nice to see a fighter train. I didn't think he would lack that much mobility, but I was also impressed by how controlled Cotto was, Michael.
Yeah, I was impressed by how controlled Cotto was. I thought Cotto could have had him out of there in the first round, but he just eased back into it. He didn't put the foot on the gas, and I think if he had done, I think he would have had him out of there in the first round. But it was a controlled display of boxing, and I thought it was really good boxing tonight. Really good.
Even in the 8th round, when he was hurting him with virtually every shot, and eventually he took that standing count that shouldn't have been a standing out. Even then, he wasn't up, and he knew he was in complete control, and he was happy to go to 12 rounds and win it. The virtual shutout if he had to.
Yeah.
It was a defining fight for him. Puerto Rico's first 4-weight world champion. That's a boxing man island, and what that must mean to people there is we can only imagine here.
We can only imagine. So we've seen the end, we think, of Sergio Martinez. If you were lucky enough to see him fight in England and also in Northern Ireland, then you're lucky. We can go out to the ring at Madison Square Garden where my old pal Max has managed to grab hold of as usual, unhappy looking, I don't know why, Miguel Cotto.
What does this win mean to you?
The biggest achievement I ever had in my career.
And to do this in front of 18,000 fans at Madison Square Garden, what does that mean?
Being here, Miguel Cotto became Miguel Cotto here, and Miguel Cotto still being Miguel Cotto here at Madison Square Garden.
We were saying ringside that this is the best we've ever seen you look. How do you feel about this performance?
I feel very good. I told you in our meeting that we had the most beautiful and the most outrageous camp ever in my career. I have to thank Freddie, Gavin, and all of my group to take me to this point.
You came right out and immediately hurt him and outboxed him You were quicker, you were first. What was the strategy going in? Did you plan to jump on him?
No, that was just a moment. I hit him with a hard punch, and I just go for him.
After he rose from the first knockdown, it appeared that he was having a problem with the knee. Did you recognize that?
No, I just maintain myself in the fight and keep fighting.
Miguel, at this moment, you are now the lineal middleweight champion of the world. And look like at least a match for anyone middleweight or below. What do you want to do next?
I want to rest. I want to enjoy my family for a couple of weeks and then sit and talk to Freddie. Whatever Freddie wants me to do, I'm allowed to do it.
Congratulations on a performance none of us will ever forget, Miguel.
Thank you.
Sergio, what happened at the beginning of that fight?
No, me llevé una mano en frío y no me pude recuperar. Quiero pedirle perdón a todos los argentinos que vinieron, a todos los que me alentaron. Les quiero pedir perdón porque subí a dejarme todo, pero no me pude quedar con el triunfo. Les pido perdón a todos y gracias por alentar a todos, a los puertorriqueños y a los argentinos también.
You know, I got hit with a hand and it was cold, and I never recouped after that. But I tried to do my best, and I want to thank everyone that came out. I want to say forgiveness for all the Argentines, and I want to thank all the Puerto Ricans and the Argentines and everyone that came out.
I can hear you not wanting to make any excuses, and you fought with the championship heart we're used to seeing with you. It didn't look like your knee was bothering you to start the fight, but when you rose from the first knockdown, it looked that way, and in the corner, you were talking about it. Tell me about the state of your knee after the first knockdown.
No, hay que saber ganar, hay que saber perder, y hoy me tocó perder, y no tengo más palabras que eso de felicitaciones para Miguel Cotto.
You gotta know how to win, and you gotta know when to lose. And I've got nothing else to say, and my congratulations to Miguel Cotto.
The decision in the corner to stop the fight, it appeared you were taking punishment and had a hard time moving. Can you take us through that moment for you in the corner?
Mi entrenador ve mejor las cosas que yo desde afuera y él se tomó la decisión, la respeto y bueno, pues la respeto perfectamente porque él sabe de afuera, sabe mucho más que yo.
My trainer sees things from the outside and he sees them much clearer than I do. And obviously, I respect his decision because he sees things much better than I do on the inside.
Finally, and a lot of respect for you not making any excuses, did his punching power surprise you coming up to middleweight? You having fought so many big, strong middleweights in your career and seemed more badly hurt in this fight than we've ever seen you.
No, me tomó frío, me tomó muy bien, pleno al principio y de eso muy difícil recuperarse.
You know, he just caught me cold. He caught me cold. He caught me hard at the beginning, and it was very difficult to recuperate from that.
Pablo, quickly, what was that like for you to have to tell a champion like Sergio Martinez that you were stopping this fight?
Más que mi boxeador es mi amigo, es mi hermano, y yo sabía que las rodillas 3 asaltos atrás ya no estaban respondiendo y yo no podía dejar que recibiera castigo.
More than a boxer, he's my brother, he's my friend, and I knew that his knees were not there. They weren't strong. From 3 rounds before, they just weren't responding.
Thank you, guys. Jim?
All right.
Yeah, we figured that he just wasn't responding. There was nothing that Pablo could say to him in the corner. It wasn't